Welcome, Pisces, to your July 2021 reading. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If this is the first time that you've tuned into my reading, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click the subscribe button and ask your question in the comments below. Now, Pisces, let's get into your July reading. I am absolutely loving your reading this month. You have got this isn't a love reading, but you've got some wonderful cards for love and romance in your reading. It is absolutely beautiful. But you start out with the energy of the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is an earth sign here. So that is a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. And traditionally, I would read this card as a Taurus. Sometimes it's got the energy of a Capricorn as well, just because of the character of Capricorn and how it fits. Because with the court cards, now you've got another court card here as well. You've got the Queen of Cups, which is a water sign. But with the court cards, what the tarots describe is more the character of the person than the actual star sign. Well, it can mean the star sign as well. But if you don't have a significant earth sign in your life in July, this could be someone that is, it's someone who's got the Midas touch, who really can almost figuratively speaking, that is, turn things to gold by touching something or working on it or doing something with it. It turns to something wonderful. And I say he because it's a king, but this isn't gender specific. This is a he or a she. They care very much about people, and they're a very good manager. They're great in business. They take care of other people as well. I mean, sometimes it's more taking care with people, using money to take care of them rather than actually nurturing them, because the King of Pentacles is about business and work, and it can be someone who is a workaholic as well. But this is really someone hardworking, and they like a bit of the spotlight too, in a quiet sort of a way. But I feel like if this is someone in your reading, you could very well be falling in love with someone that fits this description, because you have got the Two of Cups there, and this is that twin soul kind of energy that such a deep partnership here. All twos are choices as well that you could be making in July. But the Two of Cups really does talk about falling in love or being in love. So I feel like there's so much of this in July for you. This could be a new love as well. You've got the Ace of Cups there, which is brand new beginnings in love. So to me, there's so much love and emotion going on for you here. And the Two of Cups talks about meeting someone that really fits with you. And it also talks about if you are in a relationship with someone, you may be in a relationship with a water sign, so that is a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. Or it could be that you are in love and in a relationship with this King of Pentacles. But it's showing a relationship that is growing. The Two of Cups is also a card about that. And that's just beautiful energy as well. It's growing deeper, and it's like you're entwined with each other, like spiritually, mentally, physically. You know, in your day-to-day life, you could be entwined with them, and making a life with them, making a connection with them. Now, this card here is, if you're not into love and romance, Pisces, and I'm going on a little bit here, this card here is also a card about forgiveness. And it can be, if you've had any kind of disputes with a lover or a loved one, when the Two of Cups shows up, it's all fading away. And so if you have had any issues with this Queen of Cups or this King of Pentacles, that's going to fade away. And if you're involved in a relationship and that's romantic or even platonic, it's a little bit strained or troubled, just I wouldn't give up on the relationship if it's very, very meaningful to you, because it can be resolved in a positive and mutually beneficial way here. Now, that can either be somebody, as I mentioned, that King of Pentacles or the Queen of Cups, or it can be someone not related to those two, just someone in your life. If you recognize that, you'll know it resonates with you. Now, that beautiful Ace of Cups, boy oh boy, what a wonderful card. And it just indicates warm emotions and honest connections with people. And if you've, and you know, it just is, it is that card of new love, new romance. But even if you're in a relationship, I feel there is a freshness and a newness that this card can also talk about in your life, whether you're moving on to that next level or, you know, just your relationship is moving to something different and fresh. That's what the Ace can also talk about. But more than likely for the majority of you, this is a brand new romance. And if it's not a romance, it's like a very close, deepening friendship, like with a friend, just a platonic friend as well. And it can also talk about, for a lot of you, deepening spiritual and psychic energies as well, if that's what you're interested in. And some of you, I am feeling, could even perhaps be working in that field, and you're working really hard at that, and you're doing very well at that. So I guess that, as I always say, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. You'll know what applies to you. Now, that not Ten of Wands, really the Ten of Wands is the only sort of tricky card in your reading, and this is just talking about you working way too hard. You have, look at the imagery on that card. That person is carrying those 10 wands so heavy. He's bent over, and it's almost like they're crushing him as he walks along. And so a lot of you have been feeling quite burdensome with work and working really hard. But this is, tens are as bad as it's ever going to get in all of it's kind of the finishing point, the last, as bad or as good if it's a positive card. That's not nice. It's as good as it's going to get. No, I don't mean it quite that way, but it's the culmination of that suit. So because wands often do relate to work or something that you are passionate about or are creative, or you do creatively, things have become a little bit burdensome. But this, I feel, is definitely coming to an end here. And the Six of Swords says exactly that. The Six of Swords says you are turning your back on a difficult time, on a time where you were perhaps overworked. Now, you could also be turning your back on someone who has created a bit of pain in your life. It could be one of these two signs. It could be that earth sign there. It could be a water sign as well. But there is something here that you are leaving behind, and it does create a bit of sadness. It's not without emotion here, Pisces. I feel like you know, it's challenging, but this is the end of that challenge, and you have got a chance to really move on here. And it's this, whenever you get the Six of Swords, it's like that light at the end of the tunnel. And often this card is depicted with tumultuous seas behind the boat, with waves and dark clouds. But then you look into the future, where the boat, in the direction that the boat is going, and there are blue skies and there's land for safety, and the seas are calm. And this, I feel, is what's happening for you in July. There is this challenging time that you've been feeling. Could be mentally for a lot of you, things that have been worrying you. Could be work related as well, but could also be something to do with love. It's pretty general here, guys. There could be a lot of things, but you will know what I'm talking about. It's that stressful time that you're able to just release and let that stress fall from your shoulders, and really see the light of a brand new day, and know that things are going to be wonderful here for you. Now, the Queen of Cups, I have mentioned many times in this reading, is a beautiful, beautiful energy. Now, you know, could be you, Pisces. You can be showing up here in your own reading. This is a deeply emotional card, and it asks you to sort of not only take care of others around you, but take care of yourself just as much. And whenever you get this card, it's talking about deep feelings, and there's something significant going on in a relationship here, and it's right above that twin soul card. So there is some deep stuff happening, and I'm just glancing over at your final card, which I don't want to jump to right now, but giving birth. My gosh, could that mean some of you are pregnant and going to be having a baby? That is just, let's not jump the gun there, but it's this kind of deep emotional energy that I'm feeling, quite transformative love, like love that you feel for your child, kind of love. It's also profound psychic experiences as well. But you are, whenever the Queen of Cups comes into a reading, you're really asked to listen to your guides, listen to your feelings and your intuition very closely. If you have any worries or concerns or things related to a relationship, because your intuition, your guides, you are going to get the answers that you seek here with this card. But the Queen of Cups does describe a beautiful, wonderful person as well. This is someone that is very much a nurturing, extremely nurturing, loving and kind person. and they spend a great deal of time looking after their family and friends. Now, this, as I said, this could be you, Pisces, and this is the sort of person that can put their arm around you and listens to you and says sweet, compassionate things in your ear until your problems just don't seem so large anymore. And I feel like this could be someone that you are really in love with as well. And there's this is someone that is, as I said, so nurturing and caring. And I feel like for some of you, this could be someone that is in a work environment as well, just because it's near the Three of Pentacles here. But it's someone that you can really follow their guidance with as well. They're very intuitive. Normally, I would read this card as a Scorpio, but as I said, general reading, so it could be any water sign or someone that fits that description. Now, the Three of Pentacles is a working hard. You are really at the top of your game here in terms of work. This is a card of great craftsmanship, and whatever you do in your job, you can be a great craftsman, whether you're actually doing something and creating something with your hands or with your mind. You are good at what you do. And you could be receiving awards. You could even be offered promotions here. This is a wonderful energy. And I do see it a little bit connected with that Ten of Wands. There has been a lot of burden on your shoulders, but I feel like this is coming to the end, and you are now, perhaps there's a new something, so to speak, a new position, a new role, a new level for you in your career, and it's becoming official. It's right next to the Hierophant card here, and the Hierophant is a card of institutions. Some of you could be getting married. Some of you could be going back to studying. Some of you could be teaching. The Hierophant is just such a multi-layered card when it comes to meaning here. That is the card of the Pope. It's a very spiritual card, a very deep spiritually sort of spiritual in the sense of church type spirituality, of a structured kind of spirituality, if that makes any sense. But another thing that the Hierophant does talk about is it asks you to consider the implications of your actions. Consider the results of making a decision and what it will be in your life. What will be the outcome? And when it shows up, this talks about often taking a more traditional route, as opposed to, and this is the funny thing with this card, it can mean two things. It can mean taking the traditional route and deciding to go down that road, or taking the off the beaten track kind of, the non-traditional route. And this, for an example, a traditional route would be getting married, and you decide to formalize it within a church, sign the marriage contract, and live as husband and wife happily ever after, and do things in that traditional way, get married, move in together, have children, have a family. But For others, you might be deciding to do things completely differently. You might want to move in out of wedlock and live happily ever after that way. And that is just an example. That's not saying, for example, if in terms of work, you might be deciding to sign contracts and work in a structured environment, in a job that is 9 to 5, that kind of structure. Or you might want to do things in a different way, and you might want to start your own business. You might want to work from home. You might want to do things a little bit differently. And so the Hierophant really does talk about choices that you might be making in July that will impact you. And it also, and because it's such a spiritual card as well, just to go back to that point, you might want to just hang out with people that are like-minded. You might be interested in tarot, in something like that, in a type of spirituality. I'm guessing if you're listening to this, you're not very you're not into strict religion, but I feel like this is a time when you might be developing some of your own spiritual gifts here in July as well. And this card here can talk about certain rules having been imposed on you. And this can do with anything. It can do with work, it can do with family, love, relationships. It can be society, rules that have been imposed on you that don't serve you anymore and have been sort of breaking your back a little bit. They've been riding on you for a while, and been creating some negative times for you, particularly because this card is right underneath the Ten of Wands. So I feel for a lot of you, you might be casting off some constraints, and making your own set of guidelines in a way. And they're going to lead you to a path that you really do want to follow and are nurturing for you. Now, my gosh, here's the card, giving birth. I am giving forth new life and dynamic energy into the world. Now, as I mentioned, for some of you, this could potentially be you find out you're pregnant and you're having a baby. But for others, this could be a time that you are giving birth to something else. You're launching a new project. I'll read what it says here in the book because I love the words, but when I saw this card straight away, it's like you are creating something new here. And whether it's in your life, in your love, in your work, there's a new freshness, but I'll read the meaning. So it's time to launch a new project. The ideas that have been gestating within you are ready to manifest. With attentive care and feeding, miracles can abound. The universe wants you to know perhaps there is a quality, project, or talent within you that wants to be born. You have been nurturing and caring for it, and this is the perfect moment to share it with the world. Release it and let it soar. Give birth to your hopes and dreams. Timing is everything, and the time is now. So Pisces, if you are thinking about having a baby, the time is now. You are surrounded with so much love, and this is a real baby or a metaphorical baby as well. You are filled with love and with passion, and you've got the skill to start a new job if that's what your baby is, start that new creative project, start a new business. You can do it, Pisces. I am absolutely loving your energy for July. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that resonated with you. And take me up on my offer of a free mini reading if you are a new subscriber. So have a wonderful, wonderful month, Pisces, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.